Well, fresh from the release of a new album, Kylie Minogue is coming to Melbourne to perform live for ARN's iHeartRadio. For more, let's return to Mediaweek's James Manning. James, just what will happen here with this concert?
Good Easter story with Kylie performing. Look, she's back in Australia, of course, working for Nine as one of the... they don't call them judges, coaches, I think, on The Voice. So that'll start just after Easter. She's also going to be in Melbourne for the Logies. So somewhere around that time, she's going to be doing a special performance for iHeartRadio. We've had the ARN Chief Executive, Kieran Davis, in here a couple of times. He came in when they launched iHeartRadio, and then he came in, of course, when they rebranded Kiss FM here in Sydney. Kiss FM will be one of the co-sponsors, also with the Mix channel down in Melbourne, which hasn't been rebranded. So, yeah, it's a good get for them. So it'll generate a lot of interest in iHeartRadio, and you'll have to actually go in there and you'll be able to see some of the concerts. So it'll help build their traffic.
Okay, turning just to some other stories as well. News Corp's involved in two community initiatives.
Yeah.
Firstly, the
Anzac Day, centenary program. Been a busy week for Julian Clark, Chief Executive. He was in there supporting that. They launched it at the State Library here in Sydney earlier in the week, and it sees news getting involved in that. We'll be running a lot of stories about some of the soldiers who were there during the First World War, their memories. They'll be using that through their network of newspapers. They'll be helping bring those stories out. And the other thing was that Generation Success. They had a big breakfast to launch that the following day. Again, Julian Clark was there, along with Prime Minister Tony Abbott was there. And it's a business initiative, if you like, sponsored by News Corp, also Telstra, Foxtel, Woolworths, a couple of banks. I think Commonwealth Bank and NAB are all behind it. Help fight youth unemployment, if you like, and just spread the word and try and get companies to, look at better employing some younger people and get them to work on their businesses.
So Fairfax Media also has been busy with some new signings.
Yep, Jamie Jury is going to Fairfax. He's been with Pacific Magazines in the past. He's been with Nine, of course, Seven. This new partnership he's going to be writing on Sunday Life magazine. They're inserted on Sunday. He'll be writing on home and design. It's interesting, the executive that signed him up is Pat Ingram, former chief in there at Pacific Magazine, so she can see the value of what he might bring to their brand.
Okay. Let's have a look at the TV ratings as well. So this is for week 15 now, and we'll have a look at the free-to-air first. Free-to-air top 10 for week 15 there, and as you mentioned last week, huge numbers for The Block. Yeah,
Block, just incredible, and what turned out to be a world record prize of that last show, over $2 million shared amongst those. I'm still talking about that now.
It's not bad, is it?
Fantastic, yeah.
And just My Kitchen Rules there, obviously, we were speaking about this as well, the finals continuing after Easter.
Yeah, they're going to start it up again in the second week with the Easter survey break, which is interesting. Seven didn't have to do it. That's how much content Seven have got. I think they're running 3 episodes next week. Then the final, I think, will go out the week after. I don't think they'll put it up against the Logies, because Seven don't like to clash with the Logies, because they think, look, a lot of our talent might win Logies, so they'll get airtime on Channel 9. So we don't mind if people maybe watch Channel 9 for that one evening.
Now, turning to subscription TV, let's have a look at the top 5 sport programs for week 15.
Yeah, again, all NRL and AFL.
Fox Sports 1, Fox Footy there.
That'll all do well over Easter too, you can be sure of that.
Absolutely, and of course Game of Thrones, we've been speaking about the big ratings for this, and Real Housewives there too.
Yep.
Let's just turn to some other news as well, and of course the countdown's on for a couple of big sporting events, the World Cup in Brazil, and SBS has revealed the schedule now. Yeah,
look, they're going to be, we knew they'd be broadcasting every game. They've just given us a little detail. They've actually done if you're a football buff and you like soccer and you're looking forward to the World Cup, you can go and download their big chart, which you can track the progress of every team. They've also got streaming rights, so they'll be streaming every game. They'll also be broadcasting it on SBS Radio, and they're even giving NITV, which they look after, National Indigenous Television Network, they're giving them highlights package every day. So everyone's going to be a winner from the World Cup in that SBS group.
Okay, 10, also the countdown for
look, less than 100 days away now, so the Glasgow Commonwealth Games. And Hamish McLennan, when we spoke to him last week, he admitted, look, they perhaps could have packaged up their winter games a little bit better on the network. They showed it on the primary channel and on One, and I think they'll probably devote more of that 2-week period of the Com Games to, look, they'll say, OK, look, we're going we're going all out on Com Games. We won't try and mix other programming in. We'll just really devote some airtime to it. So I think that's what they'll learn out of that experience with Sochi.
And just very quickly, is the late night chat show coming back to?
Look, I want that to happen. There was a story this week, Andrew O'Keefe at 7, Carl Stefanovic at 9, maybe Charlie Pickering on 10. Look, I don't really think it's going to happen. I'd love it to happen because, you know, the TV, it'd give people a reason to stay up and maybe watch the programs, help the ratings later into the evening. But look, Andrew O'Keefe nearly happened once for him on late night TV. Charlie Pickering, I don't think that's a goer at 10 either. And Carl Stefanovic, and they're going to give up one of their big breakfast TV asset or at 60 minutes to your questionable late night. I don't think it'll happen.
James, as always, thank you
Thanks,
so much
Bridie.
for that. James Manning there, editor and publisher of Media Week. That's all we have time for from the team here. Thanks for your company.